Hi, coaches. Welcome back to Big Rule the World. I'm Coach Allen. I apologize for the tie and everything today. We just had our first day back at school when I'm filming this. I wanted to sit down after school today and give you a chance to break down the single wing offense. We're just doing a little introductory episode to get you into the spinner series and talk about the spinner. First off, now until Super Bowl 55, the video series for Google Classroom is just $30, and you can add on and have me build your Google Classroom for an additional $30. Guys, I'm telling you, this is an essential thing for your football program. I'm not going to sell you anything that's not going to make you better. Okay, I'm talking about you can put quizzes up, you can put videos up, you can put annotations up. I'm going to show you how to annotate over Huddle and put those clips in. And, it's the Google system, the Google Classroom. I tell you, it's just Google Classroom. I show you how to use all Google, to use all the Google Drive. I think it's really something that you're going to find is a good thing for your entire program, or if you're just an offensive line coach like me, a good thing for your position room. Okay? That's a thing watching out for, guys. Watch out for quick little videos. If you're interested, please email me at bigruleworld@gmail.com for that. Now, the spinner series. Today, all we're getting into is we're talking about why the spinner series. I wanted to bring a little video sort of introducing a little short sub 10-minute video introducing the spinner series and why. And then we're going to talk about it more about what it creates. The spinner series doesn't necessarily mean any new plays, but it's a new way of deceiving the defense with your plays. Okay. And I think if you hear any football coach talk, it's a way to run. We get into this idea of window dressing. I think the spinner series really in a single wing comes up with the idea of window dressing for plays, making plays look different than they actually are. Odds and ends on why you should run it. The idea of deceiving the defense goes into hyperdrive, but we're talking with the spinner series, the quarterback or the guy taking the snap, literally getting the football and almost doing a complete 360. We did it at Summit Buckingham. I'd love to find the video for you next time on that. We did it at Summit Buckingham with an elite quarterback, though. And, the idea that we can have the handoff, possibly a counter going back the other way, and he can just spin and come up for quarterback trap. Okay, that's the ideas that come together with the spinner series. Add to it it adds to the difficulty of defeating the single wing. You have all the things here: the pulling, the splits. You have the pretty much unbalanced formation, the tightness of it. You have the sniffer back. You have all the stuff that goes with being the single wing, and you don't really have to adapt and add new plays to it. It just sort of takes that difficulty and cranks it up a notch there. The advantages of running a series. Again, okay, once you set it up just like the buck lateral, okay, with everything looking the same, when I do my spin, everything looks like trap, looks like power, looks like sweep, looks like counter. Everything looks the same to the naked eye, except the blocking looks different. Then we can see what players are not being honest on defense. We can see who we need to attack. And imagine trying to prep for this in a week. Okay, I want you to sit back and think about this now, because you're probably thinking, Coach Allen, I can't sit there and teach my guys the spinner series. I can't teach my guys to spin with the handoff. Okay, we can't add that into our running game. How would we teach the mesh? How would we teach the handoff? How would we teach all this stuff? Okay, imagine having a spring and summer to install with your kids to put this all into play, and then imagine your opponents having to perfect this and get a look out of their scout team quarterbacks and running backs. And they have a week to do it. And those kids probably walk in on Monday and have to be taught how to do it. We've had to run against a single wing. We've had to run against a spinner series. It's impossible to teach that quarterback hit in a week. Teach that scout team quarterback, because it's your scout team quarterback. It's almost impossible to teach him how to do that and give you a good look in a week. The simplicity behind it, the backs are the ones making it complicated. The dipping, the diving, it's like poetry in motion in the backfield. Big boys up front, hey, man, who gives a crap what they're running behind us? We're running trap, or we're running power, or we're running wedge. Easily adaptable to your offense. We ran it out of 20 personnel in a spread. We also ran it out of 10 personnel. I think you can run it out of just about anything as long as you have backs in there, okay? I wouldn't run it out of empty personnel unless you're bringing in a motion guy. But I think it gives you different looks you can have. That whole spin also takes the football away from the defense's eyes, where just a handoff mesh read doesn't. The plays behind it, the big reasons to push forward, creativity, limited really by your imagination on what you can do it. The more movement, the better. We're causing the defense to go this way and that, and it can set up play action big time. The spinner and pop pass game for your play action is going to leave guys wide open. We're going to talk about that next time. I just wanted to introduce and sort of wet your whistle a little bit, get you a taste of what the spinner series might add. And next time we're going to look at the spinner series, specifically looking for trap, counter, power, sweep, wedge, and play action, the plays that we talked about off buck lateral, and see how we can run those similar type plays out of the spinner series. Look for them next time, guys. That's what we're going for. I wanted to introduce spinner today. I'm excited for it. The guys that we've been talking about, remember what the single wing was created for. The single wing was created to create deception, to confuse the defense on who was getting the football. So this is where that spinner series really comes back into play, and we can really take advantage of some teams. And I think you can do it no matter what offense you're really running, especially out of the gun, okay, especially out of the gun. So if you run a gun personnel offense, I think it's something for you to look at, and that's what we're going to talk about next time. All right, coaches, until then, remember, we all want to win games. That means we got to score points. You want to score points, you got to dominate in the trenches. And to dominate in the trenches, you got to know that bigs rule the world. I'll see you next time, coaches.